Good morning students, welcome to the biology class. We are continuing with our same chapter, Unit of Life, in which we have discussed about the prokaryotic cells, and today we are going to discuss about the another important features of prokaryotic cell, that is your appendages. Prokaryotes often have appendages on their surface. Appendages means the extensions, surface extensions on the cell. They are being known as the appendages. And these include, number one is Fagela, number two is Pili, and number third is Fimbri. First, we are going to discuss about the Fagela. The motile bacterial cells are provided with the filamentous extension called Fagela. The bacteria which can move, which are motile, that is with the help of the extension, that is with the help of appendages known as a Fagela. Fagela is known as the motile appendages. And the structure under the electron microscope, it is composed of three parts. Number one is filament, number two is hook, and number third is basal body. As you can see in this image, we are having this, that is your basal body, then there is a hook, and that is your filament. In detail we will discuss one by one. Filament, it is the largest hollow, rigid, cylindrical structure made up of a very special protein known as a flagellum. So here you can see in this image, that is the filamentous structure, which is the largest part of the flagella, which is hollow, rigid, cylindrical, and made up of a very special type of the protein that is known as the flagellum. It is inserted into the curved tubular hook. It is inserted into the curved tubular hook that is anchored to the cell by the basal body. मतलब उसके साथ लगा हुआ है, चिपका हुआ है. So this is the basal body, this is the hook, and this is the filament, which is the largest part of your flagella. The next is your hook. It is curved. As you can see in this image, this is the curved part into which the filament is being inserted, and it is made up of number of the subunits, and detail we will discuss in our higher classes. The last part is your basal body. The basal part is most complex part of the flagellum and consists of rings. The inner ring is connected to the plasma membrane and the outer ring is connected to the cell wall. The basal body shows 9+0 organization that we will discuss while discussing about our eukaryotic cell. The filament, hook, and the basal body are arranged in such manner that the structure permits the filament to rotate by 360 degrees rather than undulating back and forth like whip. It's not in one direction coming back and forth, it will rotate in a 360 degrees. So that is the arrangement of your flagella. You can see in this image, this is your inner ring, this is your outer ring, this is attached with the plasma, this is attached with the cell wall, this is your hook, and this is your flagellum, that is a filament which is made up of a protein that is known as the flagellum. So that is filament, hook, and the basal body that are the composed of three parts of the flagella. So these are the three parts of the flagella, and this is the motile appendages of the bacterial cell. The next is pili. This is non-motile surface extension. Flagella is motile surface extension and pili is non-motile. The pili are surface extension of bacterial cell, but they are not concerned with motility of cell. So what are the function of these particular extensions? They are elongated, tubular structure made up of protein pilins. That is again made up of a very special protein known as pilin. These are enable the bacteria to stick firmly to the organism. They also involve the formation of conjugation bridges for transfer of DNA into the recipient called as a sex pili. So in this image you can see that what is the meaning of the sex pili and what is the function of the pili. As you can see, this is the pilus. Pili is the plural form and the pilus is the singular form. This is a extension, that is a surface extension. This pilus is going to attract the recipient which is without the surface extension, and then they are going to attract with each other. They are going to be combined to form the conjugated bridge. So this is the conjugated bridge between the two bacterial cell. One is donor with the pilus and it is also having the extra chromosomal DNA, that is your plasmid, which is not being present in the recipient. So the bacteria which is having the plasmid, that is the extra chromosomal DNA, that is having the pilus, that is known as a sex pili. It attracts the another bacterial cell which is without the plasmid, that is known as a recipient, and then they will form the conjugation bridge between them, and the transfer of the DNA will take place, and when they get separated, then you can see both the bacterial cell, they are having the plasmid. So this is the function of the sex pili, that is a surface extension which is not responsible for motility, but they only stick to the organism and they attract each other, and then they will form the conjugation bridge, and with the conjugation bridge they will transfer the DNA, and when they will get separated, both the bacterial cells will have the DNA. The next is your Fimbri. Fimbri is another non-motile surface extension, but these are small bristle-like fibers, जैसे कांटे की तरह होते हैं, made up of small helically arranged protein subunit. They help the bacterial cell to attach to the host tissues or to any solid surface like rocks in a stream. So this is the function of the Fimbri. What is the difference between the Pili and Fimbri? The Pili, they are the longer, whereas the Fimbri, they are the small and the bristle-like. What is the similarity? They both are non-motile. And what is the difference between the Pili and Fagela? The Fagela is the motile surface extension which helps in the movement of bacteria, whereas both of them, they are responsible for the non-motile. So this all about the prokaryotic features we have discussed from the beginning, that is outer covering. Then we discuss about the mesosomes, chromatophores, genetic material, ribosomes, inclusion bodies, and the appendages. So these are the features, very important features of the prokaryotic cells. And here you can see the image of that is a Fimbri. This is your sex pilis and this is your flagellum. The important question related with the topic we have discussed earlier as well as today, and according to me we have discussed all the questions, all the answers are being there in your last sessions, in your last lessons. Try to attempt all the questions and go through them very properly, and we will take the doubts in our next session. Till then, goodbye, stay home, stay safe, stay healthy. And next lesson will be on eukaryotic cell.